Hi everyone, welcome once again to Tkprudent channel. In this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you something very important about scam. Today is Giving Tuesday in the United States, which tends to encourage generosity, but many people fall into the wrong hands of scammers, and because of that, they just feel like angry and upset with how things have gone. Also, I'm Nigerian and I've been in the United States for about 6 years. But one thing I've noticed that sometimes when I'm having conversation with people and I introduce myself and tell them I'm Nigerian, some of them get worked up because they are just wondering, I hope this guy is not a scammer. I hope this guy is not a Nigerian prince trying to swindle me of my finances. And this has made it something that, as much as it lights in me, I try to educate people so that one, they don't put us in the general stereotype, but to also learn how they can be careful of their finances. Just imagine, after working so hard to earn your income, you've worked so hard, you have a retirement savings, and then someone comes in either through romance scam or through the different scams I'll be telling us today, and then take all that away. That is devastating. That is painful. That is hurtful. I've also been scammed myself before, and I will share some of those personal insights. This video might be long, but stay tuned because I know you will learn one thing or the other. I was checking the statistics just about scam, and what I saw surprised me. What did I see? This is some statistics on scam. It says the number of victims that have been scammed alone in 2023 were about 2.6 million people that reported fraud, and there are some that even didn't report it. This is about the same as 2022, and I guess something even in 2024 is going to increase. The amount of money lost to scam is about $10 billion, which is $1 billion more than 2022. And there are some types of scams. I will go into some details, but a couple of them by just Google overview: business imposter, government imposter, online shopping, and negative reviews, and price stake, sweepstake, and investment scam. What are some payment methods that you scammers try to use to get money from you? Scammers will use a variety of payment methods, including cryptocurrencies, bank transfers, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, or gift card. These are ways that they use. But there's something that surprised me about this whole thing when it says that millennials are more likely to be victims of fraud than the elderly. I was surprised by this as a millennial myself, that we are more susceptible to fraud. And when I thought about it, I'm like, okay, millennials, we are in this mood of get rich quick. I want to make it. I want to blow. I want to have so much money at an early age. That puts us in this position where we are susceptible to fraud. 44% of adults aged 20 to 29 who have reported fraud end up losing money. That is why this information you will be hearing today is very critical for you to be watchful, for you to ensure that you don't end up being defrauded by the people that have this plan to just put you in a mess. So what are some of these what are some common ones? The first one I will start with is phishing scam. Phishing scam. What is phishing scam? It is when someone uses either a business, a government agency, or impersonate somebody else to try to send you a personal email or something personal to your phone or text or anything to try to scam you. And part of them, the first one is the fake invoice scam. This one is very, it's where somebody send you a fake invoice technique, where they try to tell you, oh, we need you to send something urgently and all of that. Maybe from a company you are working with. Many of these people, they hack into the company's website or hack into the company you are already having dealing with, and then they tell you, oh, send this money through this invoice, or if there's already a particular account you send the money to prior, they say, don't worry, don't send it through that, send it through this instead. And if you do that, you can be falling into the wrong hand. Another one is the email account upgrade scam. They tell you you need to upgrade. We are from the Microsoft or Google IT department, and this is a way whereby they access your account to be able to scam you. Then the advance fee. This is very popular. They've even sent it to me as a Nigerian myself. It's a dear beloved friend. They will tell you they want to have a relationship or friendship with you. One thing you will observe is they will tell you they are probably the Prince of Africa, or they are the president's son, or they are family relative, but their father just passed, their mother just passed, or something just happened to their parent, but their parent left them with a huge amount of money, millions of dollars, and it was deposited in a bank they cannot yet access. But then they want you to send them some money to be able to access some of this money now. Then if you help them, they will be sending you 20% or 50%, because you are now their newfound friend. Where did we become friend from? I don't even know you. And then all of a sudden, they prey on your greed. That, wow, you are the Prince of Africa. I'm so fortunate to have access to the Prince of Africa. And when you get into this, they sweep you under. There's also Google Docs scam, where people send you something through Google Docs. Once you click the link, they can have access to your personal Google account and to all your different transactions. PayPal scam is on rise. Over 200 million people use PayPal, and PayPal has been used a lot for many cyber crimes. Either to tell you to PayPal gift card or PayPal credits, they try to have access. Or another thing that people don't know, even if you are not a scammer, some people do this a lot. I remember there was a time somebody reached out from an high school friend. Then just reach out of nowhere, telling me that, oh, somebody is trying to send him money, but the person cannot. And if I have PayPal account, I should please give it to him, so that the person will send the PayPal, the money into my own PayPal, and then I will go and collect the money, and then he will give me 20%. I'm like, what is all this? Why can't you create your own PayPal account? Why can't you go and create your own pay owner account and let them send the money to you directly? I don't want to be in between any of this. I don't know, something in me just had this discernment that there's something shady about this. It was later I started reading to find out that is a kind of scam where they just lure you, an innocent person, into their scam, and then you become their collector. You are the one going to collect the money. And guess what? When the FBI and all the security agencies want to catch all of them, they're gonna pick you along, even though you thought you were being generous, to go and collect money that somebody swindled, some money that you don't know about. If the person is truly your aunt, the aunt will find a way to send the money to you directly, not through me. So you have to be wise and be careful, so that out of your innocence and simplicity, you don't get swindled into things you know nothing about. Then there is the HR scam, where sometimes they tell you have an offer, and they do this a lot when they are calling you for a job interview. They tell you, send me your green card, your citizenship card, just send it to me. Why do you need my citizenship card or my green card when you have not even interviewed me at all to know whether I'm qualified for the job or not? Why do you need that? If you give them your green card, they're gonna do what we call identity theft and use it against you. There's also the Dropbox, the council tax, where they tell you owe IRS a certain amount of money, and then you should send it to this particular account. Being aware of this phishing scam is a huge way to save yourself of many troubles. I'm going to play a video just to give you an idea and a practicality of what we are talking about, just to make you understand that this thing is very real.
A couple in Golden scammed out of nearly $140,000 through a sophisticated phishing scam. The question now, can Chase Bank help them recover their money? By the time a Jefferson County man realized that the Chase Bank fraud team that he was talking to was actually the scammers themselves, he was out more than $137,000.
Yeah, problem solver investigative reporter Rob Lowe spoke to the FBI. The couple scammed and Chase Bank about a fraud so clever that it could happen to any of us.
Yeah, $137,000 is a loss nobody can absorb. Chase Bank is still investigating to see if it can recover any of the funds, but that money's likely overseas. Scott and Kate Zoll want you to know what happened to them so that it doesn't happen to you.
So there were 11 wire transfers in total, 2 on our personal accounts, 9 on our business accounts. We lost close to $140,000.
How devastating is that for you, Kate?
Every day we just wake up and feel like we're living kind of a nightmare right now.
What happened to Scott and Kate Zoll began with a text to Scott's phone, supposedly from Chase Alerts, asking, "Did you attempt to send a wire transfer for the amount of $4,500?
At that point, before I did anything else, I reached out to my business partners and asked if they had initiated a wire. They had not, so I then called the bank branch to see if they could see any activity on my account.
That was smart. Chase Bank immediately gave him the number to its fraud department. But what happened next was his big mistake.
At that point, I acknowledged the text that came through, said no, we did not initiate this wire. Got a text back immediately saying somebody from the Chase fraud team will be in contact with you. Probably within 30 seconds, I received a phone call from the exact number that the branch had just given me.
What Scott never guessed is the call from Chase Alerts saying a representative will be contacting you shortly was actually the scammers who had spoofed the Chase fraud number, leaving Scott to think he was talking with Chase Bank.
And at one point I even called the Chase line because the phone number dropped, and I called the Chase fraud line, and I was frustrated with actual Chase because they couldn't see the conversations that were happening. And within a minute, you know, the people that were scamming us actually called back, and I'm like, great, these people know what they're talking about. I'm gonna go back to this call.
Scott isn't sure how, but says the scammers already had his bank account number and knew how much money he had. All they needed from Scott was a one-time passcode that he did in fact receive via text from real Chase, only to then unwittingly share it with the scammer who was pretending to be Chase Bank.
So once you give them that one-time passcode, it might be through your WhatsApp, it might be through your whatever device, it might be that they will reach out to you and they will send us one-time passcode, OTP they call it. That gives them automatic access to everything they need from you. So you gotta be careful. You gotta ensure that you are securing yourself and your property and your finance. The next one I'm going to go to is online scam. Whether it's Facebook Marketplace scam or the kind of scam whereby you go to the website, maybe Skechers, maybe any website where you buy stuff from Nike, but then because you're not careful and it's Christmas period, you want to save a lot of money in code, and then you are going to this website that they are selling things at a ridiculously low price, and you think, oh my God, this is too good to be true. My friend, if it is too good to be true, it is too good to be true. So don't fall into that scam. And let's just see, I'm going to share my screen to just see that, to just let you know. So online shopping scam involves fraudsters setting up fake online stores or apps. They are often advertised through social media and other genuine sites. Fake stores can even appear in your search engine. So the fact that it's on Google doesn't make it legitimate. The best thing is, if you want to buy anything, don't be cheap, because sometimes being cheap puts you in a lot of trouble. Even if they don't scam you the first time, sometimes them having access to your credit card is all they need. And once they have access to your credit card, they will then sell that information either in the dark web or to other people to then just swindle you of all your accounts, of all your money. And then you see that things you did not pay for, your money is just going. And because most of us don't even watch our credit statement, we get swept in that. It said, be wary of items that are below the market price. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Don't trust an ad just because it appears on a popular social media site. Check if the store has detailed info about privacy disputes and contact details like physical address and phone number published on their website. Legitimate company, we always have that. You see, sometimes the shops are fraudulent. The name, the site might look professional. Sometimes it doesn't even look professional, but it will even have spelling mistakes and grammar. But because we are just so carried away with the fact that we want money and we want to make it quick, that puts us in a lot of trouble. I'm going to share my screen again now, where I will show us this.
New tonight, we're just days away from the official peak of the holiday shopping season. But before you start checking items off your holiday shopping list, experts have a warning they want you to hear tonight. And ABC Action News reporter Sarah Hollenbeck explains how online scammers are finding sophisticated new ways to snag your hard-earned cash.
This is how it was advertised on Facebook.
Irene Greco considers herself a savvy shopper. So when she stumbled upon an ad on Facebook for Skechers shoes, she thought she'd found a great deal.
They looked really comfortable, and they were like 1/3 the price.
She says the website even had legitimate Skechers logos.
It looked, legitimate to me. It, had no indication of coming from another country or anything.
Greco bought the shoes. Months later, she received these in the mail. They were too small and definitely not Skechers quality.
But no place does it say Skechers at all.
Greco reported the website to the Better Business Bureau and Skechers, only to find out scams like this are on the rise. The BBB says you can expect to see more online scams than ever with supply chain shortages and more people shopping online during the pandemic.
So we gotta be careful that you don't just go online, oh, I want the cheap one. You want the Nike, but you don't want to buy the original Nike from the Nike store. You want to buy the one that someone says they are selling the Nike shoe for $10. How on earth will you buy a Nike shoe for $10? So you gotta be watchful. Don't get too cheap, because sometimes being cheap is what puts us in a lot of trouble. The third one I'll be talking about is romance scam, and I'm going to be sharing my screen just to give us an overview of what this is about from the FBI. Romance scam. In romance scam, a criminal uses fake online identity of someone very handsome or a very beautiful lady to gain a victim's affection and trust. Imagine some people, maybe they already have low self-esteem, or they feel like they are not beautiful enough. Then they see this Prince Charming coming their way, telling them, you are so beautiful, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And different people, especially in our culture that has a lot of individualism and stuff like that, the scammer uses the illusion of a romantic or close relationship to manipulate or steal from the victim. They first tell you, they start sweet talking you, I love you, you are the best thing that has happened to me, I want to spend the rest of my life with you and stuff. When they tell you all of this, sometimes they will even propose marriage. They will propose that they want to meet you in person. They will propose that they want to, they will come to the United States or wherever to come and meet you and stuff. They will tell you all of these sweet things, and you feel like the way he talks to me, it doesn't even harass me, he just talks so gently. But guess what? There are certain things they will do. They will start isolating you from your community. They will start isolating you from people that care about you. And not only that, they will start letting anything I tell you, let it be secret. Then the next thing they will tell you is, oh, I need money. Oh, there's something I'm trying to process for us, but I need XYZ. They will start small. Maybe it's $500 today. You're able to send it to them. Before you know it, it's it's 10,000. Before you know it, it's 20,000. Even when you say you don't have it, they will you don't have it. They will guilt trip you to make you feel like, oh my God, you're so what? You don't even care about me. See, now I'm hungry, and you are talking of you cannot go and get a credit card. They know the financial system. They will tell you to go and get the credit card just for their safety, or they will tell you they are on this trip, they are suffering where they are, the government is trying to put them in jail and they need to bail themselves out. I don't know, whatever they tell you, they are liars. Be careful what you post and make public online. Scammers use details shared on social media and dating sites to better understand and target you. They target people that are suffering from loss, people that just lost a dearly beloved one, people that are suffering from depression and mental health issues. They target those people. Recite the person's photo and profile using online search or reverse image to check. Go slowly and ask lots of questions. Beware if the individual seems too perfect, or quickly ask you to leave a dating service or a social media site to communicate directly. Beware if the individual attempts to isolate you from friends. These are from FBI website. I'm just reading directly. Beware if the person promised to meet in person and then comes up with an excuse. It might even be in the United States. It might not even be somebody outside the United States, and they are telling you, okay, I'm coming to meet you in person, and then they never show up. They always have a reason why they flake on you. Those kind of things are things to, but then they give you another sweet excuse, and then they put you in that condition again and start sweet talking you. Well, it's better said when you watch a video showing you this in
Valley woman thought that she was falling in love.
Instead, her retirement savings was taken. Steve Nielsen has the story for us tonight. Steve, we have heard stories like this It is really heartbreaking.
It is. They're called romance scams, and the FBI says, like a lot of these scams, it's on the rise right now. Connie reached out to us. She wanted to share her story. She says that this isn't just a financial loss for her. Her heart is broken, too.
After her husband of more than 40 years died, Connie was lonely and started online dating this fall, and it wasn't long before James Herman found her.
He just said things that I had not heard maybe ever or in a very, very long time. Said all the right things for sure.
He was perfect, a Prescott architect who was out of the country traveling for business, but headed back to Arizona soon.
I was not thinking with my head, I was thinking with my heart.
James sent her a check for $720,000 and showed her an online account of $1 million. It was a complicated plan, but basically if she just sent him some money, $125,000, he could get out of some legal trouble and then they would come back and cash the check together.
It's like going all over the place, trying to get money, find Bitcoin machines, and oh, it was horrible. It's horrible.
She says she got suspicious and went to the bank to look at the check. It was a fake. She didn't notice it was signed Oprah Winfrey.
It's a big freaking joke. Yeah, at my expense.
Her retirement plan, gone.
Shocked. I'm like, oh my God, I've been taken.
Once she called James out, he started sending gifts, a mural of their pictures, cheap jewelry, and then a blanket of their faces.
It's weird. It's just weird. I feel bad because she was duped thinking she might have been talking to me.
It turns out the photos were of Donnie Bennett. Reverse image search found the Rhode Island realtor whose pictures have been used by scammers for years, he says.
They'll do anything. They're nefarious. Anything they can do to inch their way into someone's circle of trust and break down that barrier.
It's called a romance scam, according to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center.
So if somebody ever send my picture to you saying that, oh, I love you, it's a lie. I'm a married man. I do not love you in that way. Okay, I'm saying this online publicly so that if someone calls you and they show you my face and you think you're speaking with Tkprudent, you're not. I'm not the one reaching out to you. I'm just making that disclaimer. I'm making it open. I'm a married man and responsible at that. So beware of any form of person telling you, oh, I love you, I want to marry you, and then they are always in overseas. They are always in a legal trouble. They are always in some kind of situation and they need you to be their savior. If you have the issue of always rushing to save people you do not know, you might be falling for a scammer. The next one is tech support. Tech support scam. How do you spot, avoid, and report tech support scam? This is from the Federal Trade Commission, the consumer advice. Tech support scammers want you to believe you have a serious problem with your computer, like a virus. They want you to pay for tech support services you don't need to fix a problem that doesn't exist. They often ask you to pay by wiring money, putting money on a gift card, prepaid card, or cash reload card, or using cryptocurrencies. If you have issues with your Apple devices, go to Apple Store and take that device to them. Don't say, oh, somebody is trying to help me online. Most of these big companies, they have physical stores. If you have issues with your T-Mobile line, go to the T-Mobile store and they will help you fix it. But anybody calling you online, telling you, okay, send me this money, I will help you, and you say, oh, I just want the convenience. That convenience might put you in a lot of trouble. The FTC will never threaten you, say you must transfer your money to protect it, or tell you to withdraw cash or buy gold and give it to someone. That is a scam. Report it. And they told you the number to report the scam to. How do you spot and avoid tech support scam? You see a lot of calls. If you see the barrage of calls I get today, different people calling with Indian accent, with different form of weird accent. I don't mean to call out names, but I'm just being real here. That they will call you and they tell you different things. So there's this, some of them come with car insurance that, oh, your car have warranty has expired and they need you to send some money, and they try to pressure you that if you don't do it now, you're gonna lose the opportunity. Beware. Beware. Tech support scammers often call and pretend to be a computer technician from a well-known company. They say they found a problem with your computer. They typically ask you to give them remote access to your computer and then pretend to run a diagnostics test. Then they try to make you pay to fix a problem. Some go as well as having access. I will show you a video from a movie just before we go on. Some will pop up a warning on your computer. We will see that in a video telling you something. Your computer shows an error or something has been detected. Call this support number. When you call it, you are calling scammers. And then there can even be online advertisement and listing telling you that, oh, go to this legitimate company for tech support. And guess what? If that phone needs to be changed, go change it. That will save you a lot more stress compared to saying, okay, I just need this tech support, and then you fall in the hand of scammers. So you gotta beware. You gotta watch out. You gotta mind what you are doing online, how you are communicating. If something comes up and you're so like, this sounds off, this sounds weird, I don't know what this is about. Maybe it's something I need to be careful of. I think it's something you actually need to be careful. I'm going to show a movie clip real quick, and I wanted to play a bit before I show it.
Everyone, need your attention, please. I'm going to burn this place to the ground.
So this is the beekeeper.
You're a blessing, Mr. Clay. This place was crabgrass and weeds, and you brought it back to life.
Mrs. Parker and I were friends. She was like family.
A very good woman.
She was the only person who ever took care of me.
I just got a message saying that there's a problem with my computer.
Yes, ma'am, we got this.
Yesterday, she shot herself.
This is private property.
Do you know what they do here? Scamming
the
the
movie was about this woman that was taking care of this man. You know, the man was one, expert surveillance guy that is very strong and very energetic. This woman was taking care of him while he was working, keeping his bees and stuff. And then, all of a sudden, this good, godly woman, there was something that showed up on her computer saying her computer was attacked and stuff. And guess what? It was a tech support scam. And when she gave them access to her computer just by clicking the simple yes button, they had access and they wiped out our entire retirement account. Everything was completely wiped out. I'm doing this video so that if you are watching, you can learn. Don't take these people for a joke. They are evil. And they don't mind the pain they cause you. So don't think what I'm talking about, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Imagine somebody having worked all her life to save into a 401k millions of dollars, and one person with just a click of a button wipes out the entire savings on a 401k. And this woman eventually killed herself. So I'm doing this so that you can learn. Today is Giving Tuesday, and many people will even send you, oh, donate to this. There are other ones like, oh, this charity, verify. Is it a legitimate organization? Is it a cause you truly believe in? Is it a thing you truly believe in? Don't just say, oh, yeah, and then they have access to your credit card and then they swindle you of all your income. The next one I'll be talking about is investment scam. I will soon round off. I have one more to go. There are many others, but I'm just going to do these two and round off. Investment scam, what consumers need to know. I'm going to show you also, as I've been doing. You see something, this page is devoted to helping you protect yourself from investment cheat, with ways to help you avoid fraud and find investment opportunities that offer real promise. Look at something here. When you see something, I say, you have to be careful. If this investment is too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. Many of us, we are tempted, oh, I want to get rich. You watch somebody tell you, I'm a millionaire at 16, I'm a millionaire at 20, oh, I'm now riding my Lamborghini, I'm now riding my Ferrari, and it was this investment. I say, okay, maybe I should do the same too so that I can make my life count. Be careful, be careful. If you are not offering any value, don't expect riches from such kind of expenditure. Don't expect riches from such kind of thing. But let's quickly go investment scam and the forms they take. We have Ponzi schemes. Oh, I remember when I was in college, there was one that came out then in Nigeria. It was MMM or whatever they called it. They will tell you, you put maybe 100,000 naira and then you get 300,000. It will triple in 1 week. And guess what? Everybody were jumping on it. Guess what? Those kind of scheme, the earliest investors will make money of the truth. But those that enter later into any pyramid scheme will lose their money. The same with multi-level marketing. The earlier investors will make money, but those that enter later, they will tell you now go and start telling people, and people who could not share the gospel to anybody, who said they don't know how to talk to people, all of a sudden they have this hunger to start talking to people. They will call you, they tell you, your friends and families that have not reached out to you in a long time will suddenly reach out to you, and they are telling you, saying, oh, this is a very great business opportunity. If you can join, you will make ×3 of your money. Ponzi scheme. Don't join it. Don't worry about it. It's not worth it. If you do, you're gonna lose that money. Sometimes they will tell you, just invest. I will invest on your behalf. Once I invest on your behalf, you will make XYZ. Most of the time, the first time people get in, they are making their money back. They are repaying them from those other people joining now. But after a while, the account suddenly, they will tell you it has frozen. They will tell you they cannot retrieve the money again. But guess what? Those that are up on the echelon, they are still making it in that money. It's a Ponzi scheme. Don't join it. Sometimes it's even insurance they are selling to you. And they tell you, buy this insurance. Buy this life insurance. This is how the Rockefeller built their wealth. They tell you all these things. They tell you, go and read these books. And they motivate you with, oh, do this, do this, do that. You get into it, you get swindled. The next one is boiler room scams. High pressure salespeople walk over investors, urging them to buy overvalued or non-existing securities. They tell you it's like, oh, buy this thing, buy these dummy stocks, oh, buy these penny stocks. This is the next thing to buy. And then you jump into these things, you get swept. Oh, buy this insurance. This is how you can save the life of your children. Not knowing that already if you are working for any employer, you already have life insurance. And you can even increase the value of that life insurance for less than $3. But they don't know all this. They will just tell you, oh, start paying. But guess what? And they say it's another form of savings of your account. And it's just a lie. It's just a fraud. But pump and dump schemes. Scammers enthusiastically promote pumps. They pump a stock or other asset to inflate its price, then sell off their own shares. Victims are left holding worthless asset. They tell you this is the stock. If you go, many online people go YouTube, this is the stock to buy. Once people enter it, and as many people are entering it, they have bought that stock early. They've been able to use now their social media, their Twitter, to pump the value of that stock. They cash out, and every other person gets left on the rock. Advance fee, you are charged upfront fees for the promise of generous return with surprise that never arrive. Or cryptocurrency scam. Cryptocurrency is rife with scams, including fake initial coin offering, or they are telling you that they are mining the stock or things like that. Affinity fraud. This is critical. This is critical, and listen good. Scammers target members of specific groups such as religious and ethnic communities, because they know that these communities, once they target the leader of that community. It might be the pastor, it might be the pastor's wife, it might be the overseer, whatever. They target that person, and once they know that she can buy into that, especially women leaders, they will then use that. They will say, okay, they know that she has influence over all the women, and she knows their lack. She knows these people are in financial pressure, and they start telling them, if you buy this into this investment, you will make it. Many people, many churches have even lost trust as a result of these scammers. Be careful. Oh, If it's not something you worked for, it's not worth it. If it's not something, a business you founded, it's not worth it. If it's not an investment you know about, it's not worth it. It can be a multi-level marketing. Oh, you are now selling the product. And guess what? You are now forcing a product the church members don't need. You are forcing it on them because of you want to increase in the hierarchy, or you want to grow in the upline. Be careful. They come to you with some insurance, and then once they can get the leader of the church, they know it will trickle down to all the different people. Be careful of fraudulent investment opportunities. I'm telling you, it is not worth the headache. Red flag alert. What to watch for. Guarantees all investment contain risk. Of course, a fact that scammers try to artfully avoid by claiming to guarantee returns. When anyone offer you a no or low risk investment, beware. Urgency is the second thing you need to watch. It's another red flag. There's a big difference between actual deadlines and fake urgency. Watch out for limited time offers. And this happens a lot with fake gurus offering you an online course. They will tell you, join my webinar. When you join my webinar, and then they upsell you another course, and then they upsell you a live event, and then they upsell you a personal coaching time one-on-one with the expert. Guess what? You are only buying into their product. And what is happening? Your own account is getting low. Then guess what they will now use? They will give you a confirmatory bias and tell some of the people that have made it in their business. They will tell you, let those people come, and they will show you, they will do a huge event. It will be like a big show. Musicians, popular people, motivational speakers are there, and they motivate you to upsell you a dream. And you are like, wow. If you don't understand, if you see these people that have made millions from these things, I want to also make it. That is how they catch you. And once they catch you, you become advocate for them. You will rather die than not do their investment. You are caught in the web of deception. Ambiguity. Scammers love to hide behind the fog of muddled or misleading fact. The less you know, the better for them. So they will put things in mysticism, mysterious. Oh, this thing you don't need to know yet. It's on a need-to-know basis. Just hold on. And then once you get to the next hierarchy, it's like a cult. Cold calls. Legit offers usually don't arrive out of the blue. Beware of unsolicited cold calls, emails, or social media investment offer. Somebody just call you out of nowhere. A friend you have not spoken to, and they are telling you, do this, do that. Beware, beware, beware. Too good to be true. Scammers look to generate excitement so that you will lose your common sense. Many of the time, they tap into all of this. And then once you lose your common sense, they are telling you, oh yeah, you got you. Be careful. Invitation to join exclusive investment organization. Claims of breakthrough technologies. Penny stocks. Seminars. Free meals. Travel offers and all of this. They upsell you on the dream. They upsell you that, oh, if you buy into this, your life will be easier. But guess what? Most of the time, your life doesn't get easier. It is a play on you. I'm going to show this video next as a way of educating us on this.
These stories are heartbreaking as it continues to take people's money and their life savings being drained. Pamela Magnum's intentions were good.
I saw it a way that we could actually do some things around the home.
To get money to do that, Pamela says social media posts from one of her relatives about an investment opportunity got her attention.
I kept seeing posts of really nice cars that she had just recently been able to purchase through a Bitcoin mining transaction.
Pamela wanted part of the apparent opportunity.
I clicked on that Bitcoin link, and from there is where it all started.
Through Instagram Messenger, Pamela was instructed by a person who claimed to be her investment coach. Her initial investment, $3,500.
The money went from like $3,500, and then it was like at $35,000. Then it went to $54,000.
Seeing apparently big returns, Pamela kept investing. You can see from these Bitcoin ATM receipts that over the course of several months, she put thousands of dollars into a Bitcoin ATM. Messages messages from her coach showed her investment appeared to grow to more than $159,000.
When I went to request that I be able to withdraw my funds, I was told that a delivery person would deliver my funds to me by a cash courier.
But that never happened. When Pamela went to her bank, she learned scammers got access to even more of her money. Look at her statements. You can see several transfers of thousands of dollars to Cash App accounts that are in Pamela and her husband's name. How did scammers get access to all of Pamela's information? She said it must have happened when she filled out her online investment profile.
You had to enter your checking account number, you had to enter a debit card, and all of your identifying information, such as your date of birth and all of that information. So from that information, this scammer person in Nigeria was able to establish a Cash App account using that information.
Pamela reported the fraud to her bank and police, but she says both avenues tell her there are more than $70,000 gone.
Think of that. $70,000 gone. Some of them will even go as far as getting a credit line on your behalf, a business credit line on your behalf, because they've asked you to fill a biodata, to fill all your details. You have put your social security because you think you are speaking to a legitimate company. You've not done any research, and you are willing to say some of them will go and be taking your social security benefit. Some of them will go as far as swindling everything, your life savings, your children your children fund, your trust fund. Be careful. Be careful. Educate yourself, especially in this internet age. Just giving somebody access to all your data is enough for them to to destroy all your finances, and it will look like, man, but I have been laboring. Some of them will tell you about they are mining Bitcoin. It's an exclusive offer. It's an exclusive opportunity. If only you are able to be part of the first people. I'm just telling you this as a secret. It's a lie. It is not true. It's better you live on that little money you have than that little money that you have saved up gets swept by these very evil people. The last one I'm going to talk about today is fake prize, sweepstake, and lottery scams. This is still on the Federal Trade Commission Consumer Advice. It says you get a call, email, or letter saying you won a sweepstake, a lottery, or a prize, like an iPad, a new car, or something else. I experienced this one time. I was still in my final year then, and then somebody called me. They used a social media personality to reach out to me. So I commented on that social media personality on their Facebook, and then the person sent me a private message saying they are representing that big celebrity, that because I commented on a post, I'm one of the lucky 100 people that have won the prize, and I needed a laptop then. So they're like, yo, you've won a laptop and stuff, and I'm so happy that I've won a laptop. And I remember telling all my friends a new laptop is on the way. I needed this laptop for my final year project. I've already started even calculating what I would do with it, and different things they said I could pick from all of those sweepstakes. I picked them. Then the next thing they told me is that because I'm among the lucky winner, the next thing is they gotta ship it, and I have to pay for the shipment. Oh, how much is it? They said like 3,000 naira, and I'm like, okay. I didn't even have the money. I borrowed this money from my friends, and they gave me the money, and I sent the money to the person, waiting for my goods to arrive. The goods I didn't work for, the goods I didn't pay for. And guess what? It never did. The first day came. The second day came. Later they told me, oh, it needs clearance. Police stop them. One issue after the other. And the guy is like, police stop us. We need to clear it now. We are currently in Edo State. Okay, we need to bribe the police. And I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? I can't be a part of that. And it's like, okay, no problem. But at least if you can send me additional 2,000 naira, we'll be able to get it to you at the earliest. And guess what? I sent it again. And when I sent it to this person, The next day came. Then he told me he has arrived Lagos, but he has gone to deliver other people's parcel. All my mind, emotion, will, everything was just waiting. Come on, give me my stuff. Now I'm super invested. It never came. Then I called the number. The guy started laughing at me, laughing so viciously. And he's like, you have been scammed. And it was then my eye cleared. The second one that happened, they told me this was from Bank of America. I was still in Nigeria when this happened to me. That I've won $100,000 that Bank of America just felt like helping a Nigerian child. And because then I was praying for supernatural favor to happen to me. And now they're like, I've won $100,000. I calculated it at that point in time when I was still in Nigeria. That was about 36 million naira. I started taking, I'm as a mathematician, already calculating, this is how I will spend this money. This is how much I'll give to my mom. Then they said the check has arrived Lagos. I should come pick it up. But that instead of me coming to pick it up, they are bringing it through a courier. But then I need to pay for the courier service. And I'm like, if it's a check, you could mail it to me. Can I send my address? And I was so invested in this fake money that doesn't exist. Then because of my prior experience, I knew that this was fake, and I didn't get carried away. That's why I'm sharing all this, because I've been impacted by it myself. Real life, I've been impacted by it, so that you will be careful. They say you win a new car or something else, but you can tell it's a scam because of what they do next. They ask you to pay money or give them your account information to get the price. If you pay, you will lose your money and find out eventually that there is no price anywhere. 3 signs of a price scam. Who doesn't dream of winning a lot of money or a big prize? That's why scammers still use the promise of a prize to get your money or your personal information. The good news is there are ways to tell you are dealing with a scam. First, you have to pay to receive your prize. Real prizes are free. So if someone tells you have to pay for taxes, for shipping, for handling fees, for processing fees, for clearance, for any of such, it is a scam. You don't do that. If they tell you, oh, don't worry, you don't need to even send any cash. Just go and buy this gift card, PayPal gift card or Apple gift card. Scratch it and text me the number. Have you forgotten that you buying a PayPal card is actually with your money, with your credit card statement? Or they say, just go and do this money cash back with Western Union to send the money. You're scammed. They say paying increases your odds of winning. Real sweepstakes are free. And by all means, the probability of you winning a lottery is actually 1 in a million, if not even more than that. And then that's why you will see, because they are trying to sell you a dream. Most of these lottery pool tickets, they always place it in the poorest neighborhood because they know that we are easily deceived, because we are hoping for a dream. We are hoping that someday some miracle will happen. Another one that I would say that is a scam as well is seed sowing. I'm telling you. While by all means, if God lays it on your heart, you can give to church and charity and from your heart, you give. But when they try to manipulate you like you are buying God's blessing, and they try to tell you, oh, if you sow this seed, $1,000 for me to buy my Gulfstream private jet, once you sow this seed into this ministry, automatically somebody will send you millions of dollars tomorrow. And then they tell you, somebody, a testifier, come and talk, come and share your testimony, what happened to you. And the person tells you, oh, I sold this $100 or $500 to the man of God, and after I did that, all of a sudden, somebody miraculously blessed me with $5,000, with $10,000. My friend, while that can be true, that you were miraculously provided for. That doesn't stand as a rule for everyone to follow. God loves a cheerful giver. But if someone is already in poverty, someone is struggling with their finances, and then you sell them this dream, all they need to do is to go and empty their 401k to invest into your project. All they need to do is to go and sell their children's fund and to sow into your ministry, so that miraculously somebody else, we have turned God into transaction. And these people, they are not living a life that honors God. They are just trusting that automatically. And guess what? There are even some pastors that pray for these scammers. These are evil men who have sold their life to the devil. Somebody will do yahoo. Somebody will swindle people, cause people tears. And you fake man of God, you say you are praying for them, that God blesses their business. It is not God that will bless their business. It is the devil that will punish both of you. So you got to be careful of all this witchcraft ministry that we are seeing today. This demon that they try to swindle you of your finances. They try to sell God through what we call simony. They want to buy the anointing. Man of God, lay hand on me, and he said, before I lay hand on you, you have to deposit this amount. And disgusting things happen in the name of religion. Some people will say, you have to sleep with me. Man of God, in quote. You are not a man of God. You are a child of the devil. You are a son of hell. You are a daughter of hell. You are a false prophet. They say, oh, sleep with me so that you can get pregnant. You've forgotten the Bible says marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, warmongers and adulterers God will judge. Or they tell you, there's this special anointing oil, but I need to touch you in your private area so that the answer can be done. Where did we see all these syncretic practices? You are suffering from lust. You are not a man of God. And if you are being carried away by all this kind of fraudulent practice, God needs you to even repent yourself. Because you are not willing to follow God truthfully for yourself. You are not willing to grow spiritually yourself. You are not willing to mature in your walk with God. That's why you are looking for some cheap blessings up and down. Grow in grace and in the knowledge of Christ. Grow, mature in your Bible study, mature in your prayer life, mature in your knowledge of God, so that you are not swept by fraudsters who disguise to be God's shepherd. They are not God's shepherd. So be careful. If you believe in the ministry, if you believe in what they do, and it is from your heart, by all means, give. If you like, empty your account. It is your business. But then, I feel that people using the needs of the ministry to try to manipulate people out of their fund to say, I can raise fund. I can manipulate the people. Once I talk, they empty their account. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful and check your integrity. You gotta be careful so that you don't lose your soul because of the love of money. I pray the Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Amen. That just came heavily on my heart, and I thought I needed to share that. The last thing, how you know it is a price scam, is when you give your financial information. There's absolutely no reason to ever give your bank account or credit card statement to claim any prize or sweepstake. If they ask for this information, don't give it. It's a scam. I hope that we'll learn from this. I'm going to play another video to just let us understand this of the sweepstake scam so that we can be aware. God help us.
A new study out this morning reveals sweepstakes, lottery, and prize scams cost Americans millions of dollars each year. The Better Business Bureau calls these schemes some of the most serious and pervasive frauds operating today. In the past 3 years, the group says more than 460,000 Americans have reported losing more than $330 million. Anna Werner shows us how the scams work. Anna, good morning.
Good morning, John. Well, the Better Business Bureau says these crooks are professionals. They might take advantage of someone in your family, and they can be very convincing, as they were with one St. Louis man who believed he had won a chance to pay off his debts.
They said, congratulations, Mr. Walker. You have won the Jamaica sweepstakes.
Alan Walker had just moved to St. Louis in 2015 when the call came in on his cell phone telling him he'd won $94,000. It would be delivered soon, and all he had to do was send them a fee for taxes.
They kept on telling me, oh, well, he took the wrong route. He'd be there soon. Just wait.
Walker sent them 2 checks totaling $5,500, all his savings. They didn't show up with the prize. Then he got repeated calls to send money to different people. And that's when he realized it was a scam.
Well, I really felt kind of empty inside and ridiculous that I got, beat like that.
Steve Baker is the lead investigator for the Better Business Bureau.
Most of the people that are cold calling you are from either Jamaica or Costa Rica.
Baker says nearly 3,000 people reported sweepstakes and lottery scams to the BBB's scam tracker in 2017. That same year, the FTC and the FBI combined received more than 145,000 complaints about the scams. Losses?
So you gotta educate yourself, because these things are real. There are many more scams than this, but because of my time, I just want this to be a 1-hour video. I want it to be thorough. That's why I took my time to show all those videos, to show all those clips, to educate you that you have to beware. So how do those scammers try to trick you? I'm gonna show that finally before I round up. When you see that, they tell you they are from government agencies when they are not. They try to look official. National Sweepstakes Bureau, they call themselves different name, and they pretend to be a real agency. The truth is the government won't call you to demand money so you collect any prize. Some will even use IRS. Say this is from Internal Revenue Service. They want to give you back some refund or rebates but to get it, you have any kind of transactional stuff like that. Pause for a minute. Think it through. Speak to someone you trust. Say, I got this phone call. How is it true? Is it legit? Scammers use names of organizations you might recognize. Scammers might try to pretend to be well-known organization running real sweepstakes, but no real sweepstakes company will contact you to ask for money to claim any prize. Scammers send you a message via text, email. I've received text from weird people. They will just send you text saying, is this Daniel? And I'm like, which Daniel? They are trying to get information from you. You have to be careful. You have to be aware. And don't think because it came in a mail, because sometimes we get carried away. Oh, once it comes in a mail, it is official. People sell your mailing address because we fill it in all this online form. People sell your mailing address and people can still cheat you under that. Then they say you've won a foreign lottery or you can buy tickets on this one, and then they try. Be careful. Be careful. It is illegal for US citizens to play a foreign lottery. So don't trust someone who asks you to break the law just for the sake of winning. Scammers pressure you to act now to get your prize quickly. Don't be in a hurry to get into any deal or to pay anyone or give them any information. Scammers send you a check and ask you to send some of the money back. Be careful. They can give you fake checks. Some of them are they have different ways. It's like a whole billion-dollar industry that people are, and most of the time, it's like a network chain. You would think you are speaking with one person, but no, they have gotten so immersive into this thing that it's like an organization. So they will tell you, oh, we are going to redirect you now to the customer care. You don't know you are still speaking with a scammer. Oh, we will direct you now to speak with this person. The final one, somebody one time reached out to me on Instagram. This man of God posted something, and then this person went on the post and then was saying that I want to kill myself. Oh, I want to kill myself. And then I, in my own kind heart, was like, oh, don't kill yourself. And it's like, if you don't want me to kill myself, I'm so hungry and starving, can you please send me money? And I said, no problem. And I sent him money. And guess what? Then it's like, oh, I'm a graduate. I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to start a business. I need so amount of money. And I was having meetings with him, giving him advice, giving him, okay, this is how to go about it. All to find out that this young man, that was his job. He goes about pretending he wants to commit suicide and asking people for money. He said, instead of me going to work, when I ask people for money, if I ask 10 people and each of them give me, for example, in Naira, 100,000 Naira, I've made 1 million. Which job will give me 1 million? That was his job. He later called me, was crying, asking for forgiveness from me, that he's sorry, that he has sinned against me. And since he sinned against me, he never had peace of mind and stuff. I'm like, I forgive you. But it's despicable that I thought you were legit and looking for real growth, offered you advice to find out that you are nothing but a joke. It's sad. There are many people out there to swindle you. Be careful. God bless you.